Hi everybody, welcome to 4.1. We are going to look at some composition of functions. In the examples that Professor Sullivan did, he just had numbers here, and I just wanted to take some time to show you with just the variable. So it's the same functions as his example, and we're just going to find f composed with g of x. And so it's more like usable form could be written like this. And so with composition of functions, we're going to work with the inside function first and plug that inside function into the outside function. And you're going to hear me say like inside function, outside function. Those are key ways to think about this composition of functions, especially when you're in calculus. All right, so the inside function is the 4x cubed plus 1. And we're going to plug that in for the input. And now we're going to take the 4x cubed plus 1 and plug that into x for the f. So this will be 2 times 4x cubed plus 1. And then this is in place for that x, so I need to square it, and then plus 3. And technically, we should be multiplying this out. It's not that bad, but just in the because of time and we're focusing on composition, I'm not. When you look at g composed with f of x, now the inside function is f and the outside function is g. Plugging in our f, 2x squared plus 3. So now we want to evaluate g of 2x squared plus 3. That is, plug in 2x squared plus 3 for x and g. So I'm going to plug in 2x squared plus 3 right here. I'll have 4 times 2x squared plus 3 all cubed, and then plus that 1. And again, we should multiply this binomial cubed out, distribute the 4, and add 1, but it's not really the purpose of the problem. Another thing that I want to note is when we're using this composition, it's really helpful to state what it is you're finding in either this form or this form, so that you're not just like giving me an answer and I'm like, well, wait, did you do f composed with g or g composed with f? Really just tell me what type of composition that you've done. Another comment that I often get in class is, do I have to like show all this work? And no, if you can like at least remember to write down this statement, and then if you can see how things are manipulated and just go to this point, then that's perfectly fine as well. Alright, so I wanted to look at f composed with f and g composed with g. So when we look at f composed with f of x, this is going to be f of x. And the inside function is f of x, so 2x squared plus 3. And now we're going to evaluate f at 2x squared plus 3. We're going to plug 2x squared plus 3 into x. So we'll have 2 times 2x squared plus 3 squared plus 3. And again, we should multiply the 2x squared plus 3 squared out and distribute the 2 and then add the 3. But because of time, we're just going to go ahead and denote the compositions. Let's go ahead and look at g of x. This would be g composed of g of x. G of x is 4x cubed plus 1. Notice too that like I'm still denoting the outside function. I'm not just ignoring it in either of these cases, like I'm still writing it down. And then as soon as I evaluate what's inside the spot for x with that function, it's note that g is gone. So I'll have 4 times 4x cubed plus 1 cubed plus 1. And again, this would be kind of nasty to multiply out. Sometimes it might be okay to leave it like this, but again, I just wanted to show you just some composition with the variable x. Alright, I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you in some future videos.